When Ju Hao went home after class, he was surprised to find that a girl was taking the same bus home as him every day. Ju Hao sat behind the girl and kept glancing in her direction. The girl's profile was reflected in the bus window, and he suddenly felt his heart flutter. The next second, the girl suddenly turned her head and looked at him. Ju Hao quickly shifted his gaze outside. He felt that he had fallen in love with this girl, but he had never been in a relationship before, nor had he ever actively approached a girl before. The next day in class, Ju Hao encountered the girl again. Since the lesson that day was about architectural theory, the teacher asked each student to draw their route home on a map. Ju Hao was very happy because his route home was the same as hers, and they both lived in a poor neighborhood. On the weekend, Ju Hao went out to complete the assignment the teacher had given him, which was to photograph ancient buildings near his home, while Ju Hao was carefully framing his shots.
캔이 원래 그냥 드시? 잠깐만요. 오! 김이다.
저 알죠?
예?
건축학개론 수업 듣지 않아요?
The girl invited Ju Hao to take photos of the ancient buildings together. Before they knew it, the two started chatting. Ju Hao had always been an introverted person who didn't like to talk. When he was with the girl he liked, he never knew how to express his thoughts. Fortunately, the polite and lively girl took the initiative to find topics to chat about with Ju Hao, so the atmosphere didn't feel awkward. The two walked to an ancient building. The girl immediately expressed her desire to go inside the old house to take a look. However, Ju Hao believed that entering someone else's home without permission was illegal. The girl seemed to ignore his words and pushed open the door and went inside. In order to spend more time with the girl, Ju Hao followed her into the house. Although the house was very old, it looked very clean and gave people a comfortable feeling. When the girl wanted to sit down and rest, Ju Hao immediately took out his notebook from his bag and used it as a cushion for the girl to avoid dirtying her skirt. He sat on the dusty steps. After some conversation, Ju Hao finally understood that she had just moved from Jeju Island and didn't know anyone in Seoul. She wasn't sure where to find old buildings to photograph. Ju Hao told the girl he had grown up in Seoul.
우리 이렇게 하자. 난 건축가도 아니고 이 동네도 잘 모르거든. 근데 넌 건축가고 여기서 오래 살았고. 그러니까 우리 숙제를 같이 하는 거 어때? 그럼 공평하지?
그게 뭐가 공평하다는 건지.
The girl excitedly invited him to join her in taking photos. Looking at the cute and mischievous girl, Ju Hao couldn't help but agree.